In the world of boxing this weekend, we've got a massive heavyweight bout in Derek Chisora versus Deontay Wilder, the 100th fight. Both guys on Saturday night will be having their 50th fight in total. That's 100. Big event. I like it. I am also going to this event, so you might see some clips and whatnot on the channel, maybe some shorts and that. But yeah, O2 Arena, Derek Chisora's final fight, potentially Deontay Wilder's final fight, but at the same time, you never know with Derek Chisora. Deontay, if anything, should retire. I think Derek Chisora still has it in the fact of he's on a 3-fight win streak. Deontay fighting an absolute bum last time and did not look good at all. But Wilder's a big name, one of the best heavyweight champs we've had in modern history. As much as maybe you want to disagree, he's got so many title defences. Maybe not the greatest of wins of all time, but still, he held the throne for ages, the WBC belt. But you know how we're going to do it. We're going to talk about Derek Chisora on the left. We're going to talk about Deontay Wilder on the right. And then I'm going to give my predictions. But if you do like MMA and boxing content, please give a subscribe to the channel. Be much appreciated. We're nearly at 100 subs. So it'll be much appreciated. But Derek Chisora, one of Britain's best heavyweights we've ever had. He's fought the who's who. He's fought everyone. Every big name, every former champion, whatnot. He's fought them all. He's 36 and 13. You could say Derek's a bit of a journeyman. Yes and no, because Derek wins some big ones. He loses some big ones. He's always been just outside of becoming world champion. He's always been at that lower level. And he can never win the big ones. Or, he'll have a number one contender fight, be close to winning, and never gets the decisions, He's good. But with 23 KOs, his notable wins, his big wins, the two I'm going to mention are on this 3-fight win streak. Otto Wallin, who's ranked inside the top 10. Otto Wallin gave Fury a run for his money. He was doing okay against AJ until AJ knocked him out. Joe Joyce, once upon a time, was on the cusp of becoming world champion. He deserved a title shot, took the Zhilei Zhang fight, and then got slept. Then went in for the rematch with Zhang and got KO'd even worse. But Joe Joyce once was a top 5 heavyweight. He was beating everyone. He was on a roll. He beat Daniel Dubois, Joseph Parker, and that. So Derek Chisora beat him. Kubrat Pulev was good at one point. David Price, I was at that fight. That's why I noted it on his good wins. Carlos Takam as well. Takam was good at one point, a good top 10 ranked heavyweight. But Derek Chisora's losses, now this is where we go on for a bit of a long one. So he's lost to David Haye, Robert Helenius, who's not the greatest, Vitaly Klitschko, who you could say the Klitschko brothers legit reigned an entire decade of the heavyweight division. Tyson Fury 3 times. Fury's definitely considered one of the greatest heavyweights, if you like it or not. Dillian White twice. Ajit Kabayel. Kubrat Pulev. Chisora lost to Pulev first, and then they had the rematch, and he managed to avenge the loss, so that's a decent one. Ajit Kabayel, who we all know at the minute, Ajit Kabayel was one of the best heavyweights we have got. Lost to Joseph Parker twice. The first fight really close. And he lost to Alexander Usyk in a really close fight as well. You could argue that Chisora maybe won that. I remember even after that fight happened, Usyk's team was saying to Chisora's team, we don't know who's going to win. You might have won this one. Chisora's been in there with them all. He's lost big fights, but he's also won big fights. Personally, I never thought he would win against Carlos Takam. He ends up knocking him out. I didn't think he would beat Pulev in a rematch. He beat Pulev. I thought Joe Joyce was going to be too much for him, and he beat Joe Joyce. And especially in the Otto Wallin, Joe Joyce fight, Carlos Takam fight, they were entertaining. Chisora, for entertainment value, gives it every time. The Wallin, Joe Joyce, even the Kubrat Pulev 2 fight, that was entertaining. David Price one was entertaining. The Takam one was entertaining. But I would probably say his most entertaining fights, probably the Joe Joyce one, Carlos Takam, both Dillian White fights, and the Usyk one. The Usyk one was really fun. So go give him a watch, because Chisora is an absolute joy to watch. He's on a 3-fight win streak. He's 42. he is at the end of his career, but for someone who is at the end of their career, he's beaten 2 top 15 guys. For Gerald Washington, I was also at that fight. This will be the 5th time I've watched Chisora live, and every time I've watched him, he's been an absolute treat to watch. But like I said, for someone who's coming to the end of his career, he's not getting worse. He's getting better. He's beating top guys. I like him in this fight as well. I think this fight is a 50-50, but if you look at Wilder's last couple of fights compared to Chisora's last couple of fights, Wilder's won. He won his last one against a nobody, then lost twice. Then, he's been back and forward and all that. So Wilder is definitely on the come down. While if anything, Chisora's on the come up. But yeah, that's what I think about Derek Chisora. Let's go on to Deontay Wilder on the right. So 44 wins with 4 losses and 1 draw. 43 of them by knockout. That's impressive. I personally think Wilder's the hardest hitting heavyweight we've ever had in history. You got the likes of Mike Tyson, George Foreman. Personally, I think Deontay Wilder surpasses them. I think Wilder is he's a smaller stature heavyweight. He hasn't got the size of like an Anthony Joshua. He's not muscular. He's very slim for the division, but that works in his favour because of the speed. So 43 big wins by knockout. His notable wins. Now, this is where it comes into a bit of a meh. Luis Ortiz, who was a very good guy at one point, knocked him out twice, but was losing in both of them. And he beat Robert Helenius in a round 1 demolition job. I mean, Derek Chisora has lost to Robert Helenius, but, if boxing never works in that way. Oh, he beat that guy, but this guy's beat the guy who beat him. Doesn't work like that. But I thought they're only Wilder's best wins. Dominic Brazil, I'm not going to put up there. I mean, yes, Dominic was ranked high at the time. You got Art Spilker, Chris Arreola, Eric Molina, all these guys, but they were never that decent, let's be honest. While Robert Helenius has beat some good names, Derek Chisora, Adam Kalatsky, the Polish heavyweight at one point who was really good. But his losses, he's lost to Fury twice, got battered. Realistically, should have lost to Fury 3 times. I think we all know the first fight was a robbery, especially as well. All 3 of those fights are entertaining. Especially the first one, Fury put a boxing masterclass on. The second one, it was a demolition job. The third fight was just an all-out war. The trilogy of Fury v Wilder is one of the best trilogies you'll ever see in boxing. Just the drama between all 3 of them, brilliant. He lost to Joseph Parker and lost to Zhilei Zhang by knockout. So, Wilder is definitely on the come down. But for Deontay Wilder, I don't know if he can still perform at the highest level. It looks like his speed has gone. The power, yes, I think the power will always be there, but especially last time out, he barely even got a TKO against a nobody, and he didn't look great doing it. While Chisora's having all-out wars and winning them against still top 10 guys, so if you kind of think of it like that, Chisora is probably going to win this. But my predictions, I still think Derek Chisora could still go on in this heavyweight division. I still think he could beat some top guys, I think a Filip Hrgovic he could beat, a Makhmudov he could beat. There's still names in this top 15 heavyweight division. I do still think Derek Chisora could fight. But for Deontay Wilder, no. So my prediction is I'm going to go with Derek Chisora by KO. I think Chisora's going to give it all. If it is his last fight, I think, we're going to get an all-out. We're going to get War Chisora. Well, I think the same for Wilder. I think Wilder knows this is also a big fight. If Wilder wants to still stay current in this heavyweight division, I think he knows he needs to win here. But I'm going with Derek Chisora by KO. But by any means, I'm not confident at all on this decision because we all know Wilder has that threat. But if you like this video, guys, make sure to drop a like on it. Leave a comment what you guys think about it. I'd be interested to know, do you think Wilder's going to win it? Do you think Derek Chisora's going to win it? Also, drop a subscribe. That'd be much appreciated. Nearly at 100. We're at 93 at the minute. So, yeah. But like, comment, subscribe, guys, and enjoy the show on Saturday night.